Like a battery shelf, like.
Yeah, and then obviously, all I can hold one, and then just like kind of help on and then. Yeah, whatever.
It's
I can get rid of a big chunk of rent.
I talked to Tammy and what's her face? They left. They took their whole group to EXP, I think. 300 sales a year gone. Stupid.
Yeah.
Should have given them some recognition.
Hey.
I just literally thought your light was on. and I was like,
Yeah, I saw your name.
Still alive, still breathing.
I forgot what it was.
High production in your neighborhood.
Is that what it was? Is it the one on Park Road?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people don't need anything like that, won't follow. Like a lot.
Thank
after-
you.
For some reason, they're also- Yeah. Park Road is-
Yeah.
But it's also better than what's in the public body.
Yes, they get it back into the. But I don't.
In the traffic.
Hi, honey. Trying to get in the appropriate spot. You're good?
Hang it in there. It's in this power hour.
Two more.
How's everything going?
I am doing one. My house is all on first row. I wanted to give you back. I came home and I'm like,
I see.
Championship.
And all those county replacement stuff, I just let you know. You're always involved.
Right here.
better play.
Going to get started.
And then, coming back here. Yeah. I have-
What's up, Jack? What's up, man? Oh, good to see you, Mark. Irene? Hey, how are you? Good, good to see you, man.
Still isn't. Seriously, I mean, we're talking like, we're going back to like 2009.
Yeah, I know. Hey, what conference room are you gonna be in? Or are you gonna give the gifts out here?
I'm gonna give the gifts out here for the agents that
Okay.
draw somebody to career night, but then welcome people will still come by the conference room for their gift
Which
after
one
the
are,
meeting.
which one are y'all in? Conference room? Okay, all right.
Miss Sue always looks for me and then puts the bag.
Okay, all right, that works. Good morning. One more time, good morning. How's
Good
everyone
morning.
doing? Good, good. Welcome, welcome. Let me close this door. It's loud out there. Super excited about our special guest today. And so we're going to roll through a couple of things quickly. Can you hear me in the back? Because I've gotten feedback before my voice doesn't carry. So can you hear me? All right. Awesome. So rolling right in, first time guest. If you are first time guest attending our team meeting today, would you please stand up? And then we are going to have you introduce yourself. Thank you. Give a round of applause. You just want to introduce yourself, tell us your name and kind of what brought you into real estate, how long you've been with KWB.
Hey, my name is Marlene. I'm here. I just licensed last month. So I'm attending the Ignite right now. I'm super excited for the real estate. I like the sales. I like all about housing. So I'm excited, I guess.
Amazing. Welcome. Who has the other mic?
I'm Wiley Robinson, and I'm brand new, still going through Ignite classes. Happy to be here, and that's about it.
Welcome.
How you doing?
Yes.
EJ Brennan. I'm still in pre-licensing technically. I'm doing the Ignite courses. Darren got me in here.
Yeah.
Had a meeting with him and he convinced me to jump on board here. So excited to be with you guys.
Welcome. And let's see. We'll go this way and then come around the room. Sorry.
Hi, my name is Lola, and yeah, I'm so excited to be here. It's something I've always looked forward to. My career has always been about banking and mortgage underwriting, so this felt like a natural step for me to take. So I'm so excited to be here and taking on the challenge.
Thank you. Welcome, welcome. And we're going to go this way. Excuse me, Rob. Perfect. Thank you, Liz.
Hi, guys. My name is Amanda, and I just became a non-provisional broker here in North Carolina. And I came to talk with Pam and meet the office and meet you guys. So hopefully this will be home.
Welcome. Welcome.
Hi, I am Chelsea Carpenter. I've been licensed since 2018, and I just moved over here with Stacy Sauls Group. I'm our director of sales, so happy to be here.
Good morning. My name is Sean McGovern. This is my 19th year in real estate and 10th year with Keller Williams. Excited to be here.
Hey, I'm Susan Burris. Been in real estate 2 years, North and South Carolina, and I'm a transfer, and I'm real excited to be over here.
Welcome. Happy to have you. Always happy to have our first time guests. Thank you guys so much. Bucket fills. Let's go with 3 bucket fills. Can we do 3? Knock 3 out real quick. Anyone have a bucket fill? For anyone that doesn't know what a bucket fill is, it's just a moment of gratitude. Maybe it's someone in the office that helped you out with something. Just a way to share. Give a shout out. Got two, one over here.
Darren, I've got one online if you need one.
Yeah, go ahead and kick us off.
Hey, this is Lindsay. I just wanted to bucket fill Irene, the Jay White group, all of the KW Cares Committee for Red Day. It was a really awesome event, and I think everything went well, minus my poison ivy. So thank you, everyone who had a hand in planning and executing.
Absolutely. Had a great time. Thank you, Lindsay.
I can barely talk, but it's going to come out. So I want to bucket fill Robin and Chip for doing the Monday calls. I also want to throw a little shade. We have how many people in here? 500 some agents roughly. And there's like 52 people on that call. Are y'all crazy? Like 8 o'clock in the morning, there's no reason why you can't be on there and get knowledge from these two great people. So I appreciate y'all doing that for us.
Absolutely.
Good point. It's been awesome.
I don't think Jenna's in here, but I wanted to bucket fill Jenna. She's been leading our admin masterminds.
Awesome.
And she's given me so many tips to help improve my teams, functions and everything like that. So I just wanted to bucket fill her.
I love that. For those of you new joining us, it's collaboration over competition in this office all day. Let's get one more.
I want to bucket fill Sharon and Caldea. They are always in the conference room, always helping us new agents, and I love it.
Yeah, we have amazing coaches, blessed with amazing coaches. Awesome. Thank you so much. Top producers list. Guys, so the title's deceiving. $1 million producers, you think $1 million, right? There are people on here, and this is within 1 month, that has a little over $1 million, some 4, 5, 6, even 12 plus $1 million in 1 month. So if you were on this list, if you would please stand up, we'd love to congratulate you on an amazing, amazing month. Incredible. So don't let anyone tell you. Yeah.
In 1 month, there are producers on that list that did over $12 million in volume sitting in this room. If you're in this room and you did $12 million, please stand up. Yay! Y'all, and everything in between from $1 million all the way up past 12 million. So congratulations. So when you hear things aren't happening in real estate, don't listen to it.
Yep.
There's a lot happening in real estate. And what's really awesome about that, it's happening in this room. So thank you for who you are and for choosing Keller Williams Ballantine.
Thank you, Robin. Again, big shout out to our top producers for the month of April. All right. How many of you know a guy by the name of Chip Walton? Show of hands. I figured the room was packed for that reason. It's my pleasure to introduce our numbers guru. He's been a part of KWB since when?
KW, my anniversary is coming up. I start year 24.
Amazing.
Most of the time here.
So he is a numbers guru, guys. So I'm super excited about what he's going to share with you today, how you can implement this data into your conversations with your clients, and just being that local expert that stands out. So without further ado, Mr. Chip Walton.
It's my first meeting in 5 years here. So what I'd like to do today, I'd like to cover something called LORE. It's L-O-R-E. It stands for Language of Real Estate. And what does that really mean? What is language of real estate? What are we talking about? It's the language that real estate experts speak. We're all real estate experts, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to look at some reports that we pull, and we just want to have a conversation about them. And it's similar to what Robin and I have started to do on Monday mornings. But I want to take it a little bit further today because there's some things that you can use in your conversations that can help you, for example, convert at an appointment by just leveraging out what the office's numbers look like. And along the way, we're going to talk about different categories of real estate. And please ask questions. There are no dumb questions. I'd rather you ask than think that your question is dumb. Fair enough? Open room? Yeah. Is that better? No, all good. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about listings in the market. We're going to talk about listings taken. Talk about listings. We're going to talk about buyer sites. We're going to talk about total things. What are you going to see up here? For example, you're going to see a chart like this in all these different categories. Where it starts, it looks like they're or North Carolina. So there's probably start expanding a little bit. Big. But there's one here that we did back and kind of look at the last months in the market. In the last months, frame, so this is going to be about November 1. Historically, and that I want we the market people you got to get there because they're for what real life and don't pay attention and right. It's in their program this morning. Listings taken the last 6 months. The first area of focus, zip codes are 2827 around. Look at what you're still. I mean, I don't want to yell out. Here's what we got. Top 10 offices on this chart. Valentine, number 1. And that's up here that our market share is 5.1. Time on 5.1. Out of all of them. Okay, I want you to look at the other thing. Valentine, Chloe Valentine's number 1, number 3. Other way of number 6. Other way of 5. So why aren't we all lumped together, like, for example, of this? have our own brokerage, like membership. Our numbers, it's their numbers. Yeah, go see the Colorways office. It's really good stuff. We collectively about 1 out of 4, right? I want you to think about that. Sitting up, listening to presentation. Like, well, you know, we're thinking about looks like anyways, but imagine if you well, here's our office. Our office. They can have in general. All right. How we gain market share. That is so again, it's same area. Number 1 up here. Wait, Valentine. Who's number 2? And then wait, here, guys. How in the marketplace. It's sold. Wait a minute, I thought open door was buying all the flowers. If they were. What else did I hear? I heard 400. Okay, this would be, I used this morning in a mastermind I did online. This would be like the Price is Right. Who's going to get closest without going over? Jay, what was yours? 67. So Open Door in 6 months has closed 67 listings. Are they really your competitor? So is that a lead generation thing that they get to have the conversation with sellers because they're providing something a little bit different than maybe we don't? But at the end of the day, when consumers are actually looking at it and looking at the net that they get out of the deal, Open Door is only closing about 10 a month. Now, again, I'm only looking at certain zip codes. The number can be bigger for any of these, including us. I'm just focused in on a really small area right now. Questions? We good? So we talked about listings taken. We've talked about listings sold. I want to look at under contract for a minute. So these are all the properties we have under contract. Again, same zip code areas. Keller Williams Ballantyne, number 1, 5% of the almost 5.6% of the market. We're writing the deals. We're putting the people under contract, right? Keller Williams South Park, number 3. And again, Keller Williams Connected, coming up strong at number 7. I'm hoping you're starting to see the trend here a little bit, that there's reasons why you guys can use information like this that will help consumers see it makes sense that they work with you because of your partnership and affiliation with Keller Williams. So these are all the properties we have under contract. This particular category will be buy sides. How do you feel about the market? Let's actually look at the numbers. So again, it's kind of impressive to see, you know, a 5%, 6% number, but how many units is it really? Anybody want to guess? How many units do we have under contract? Yep, this market center. Nope. What was it? Did you peek at my notes? 319. Yeah, I know. I thought you had to do this, didn't I? Yeah. That's why my OG sitting in the back. All right. So 319 units we currently have under contract. That represents 5.6% of all the properties under contract. And again, that defines zip code area. Are we doing okay? We hanging in there? So far, so good? Okay, let's look at the next one. This is going to be the buy units that we have closed. The buy units that we have closed. Again, 5% of the market, 5.4%, Keller Williams. And you see all, you know, as usual, see all the other ones up there as well. This one here, this was pretty impressive. 152 units sold, 86 million in volume. Just on the buy side alone. How much commission gets generated off of that? Average price was about 563 here. Here's a good one. So here on the buy side, we're getting the deals done at about 96.6%. What does that mean? What it means is if you look at the list price of homes, the buyers that we represent, they're paying about 96.6% of that list price. You can call that a discount. You can call that savings because you're negotiating in a strong way for your buyers so that they're not paying full list price. Important stat to know too, isn't it? It shows your skill. Anytime we're in any kind of a changing market, a shifting market, your skills need to shift with them. If not, you kind of get left behind a little bit. If you don't have the stats yet, if you don't have the production yet, this is where you get to borrow this information and use it in your own world. That's number one. Number two, look at it this way. You're really borrowing collectively everybody's skill in the room. You're borrowing skill and confidence if you don't have your own kind of built up yet. So the affiliation with who you're partnered with, it's really important again to see that, right? All right, the final one. This one is going to be total. So this is the buy and the sell. So this is the green are the list side, the yellow is the buy side. And again, last 6 months, it holds true. I mean, we're right there at the 5.6% of the total market in terms of what we do. By the way, one other thing I forgot to mention in all of these, you'll notice at the very top under market share totals, it says total units. I typically track everything under units, not volume. The reason I do that, units tend to tell us the effectiveness of your lead generation and lead follow-up. I could get a unit for 100,000 referred to me. I could get a unit for $1 million referred to me. What that tells me is the power of my database and my sphere and the referrals I get. I'm not going to turn down certain volume. I want the activity of getting the referral. Okay, does that make sense? So this is why I always look at units, not volume. Volume is a product of units and gross commission is a product of volume. So this is why I will always focus on units. All right, here's what I didn't want to do. I didn't want to make this like this gigantic numbers thing. And I know for a lot of people, there's a lot of numbers I've already kind of gone through. What questions do you guys have or what comments? Anybody use this at all in your presentations with sellers or buyers? Sellers? Anybody putting up anything like this on social media? By the way, there's some disclaimers at the bottom of these that I think we can get these out to everybody. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. I had only cropped them out so that people in the back could see the numbers a little bit better.
So at the very bottom, it kind of tells what, you know, the area of focus, the zip codes. It kind of sets the stage for it and where we get the information. There's just a program we use that gets everything directly from MLS and compiles it for us. Adam.
Hey, Chip, I think that was an important point. You've given great things, but we don't necessarily know where to go to get this for ourselves and kind of
This
disseminate
was
it.
a little bit tougher for you guys to get because we got to get this out of a program called Broker Metrics that then goes, it's a subscription we pay for at the office level. And this is something that I always did for years as a team leader. You'll probably start seeing more of this come back. So we'll pull them and once a month, and then we can get that information out to however Liz does that.
Hello, I'm Liz. So there are actually 3 of the 5 that we've looked at so far that actually every month we are pulling those down, guys. I am sending them out as an email blast to you guys. You're also seeing them go up on our Facebook group. And then in addition to that, they are literally posted to the wall right outside Lynn's office. So if you guys are ever trying to find this content digitally, whether that's through your email blast or through Facebook, just search market share reports because that's exactly what I classify them as. So, and if you don't have them or can't find them, hello, I have an email. You may reach out to me.
Thank you, Adam, for asking that. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Okay. Other thoughts, comments, questions, ahas? Yes. Yeah. So when we started this, the first couple of categories were the list side. Okay. This is the only one that's combined. The green, again, is the listing data. The yellow is the buyer data. But yeah, I always want to make certain we look at both sides of the equation and all the information that goes with it. So this is the visual part that we wanted to talk about in the meeting. And this is the stuff you can present and put out there. What comes on the kind of the second page of this when we pull these reports is the actual breakdown of all the numbers. So on the back of these are the sheets I'm looking at that we printed off. Here's the information for the top 10 that you see up here. This is the information on another report I pulled this morning. This is everybody in the affected area. It's pages and pages and pages. I'm going to talk about something in here in just a minute. But yeah, we do keep them separate, or you'll see this one combined. Hey, Jay. Yeah. It's funny. I'm just naturally a kind of a weird guy, I guess, with numbers. No comments in the back. I thought I gave Barry a pause there. I thought somebody would jump on that, but yeah, I know. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you. I'm sure they're on my phone somehow. So here's what I want you guys to know. You need to have an understanding of things that impact our industry. Then you need to be able to take information similar to this, chunk it down, and explain it. So like the purpose of the Monday morning calls that Robin and I are doing now is that you get the tools and the resources to be able to do that. There's a couple of reports that, I mentioned that a couple of Mondays ago. There's 2 reports that I pull from MLS all the time. One of them I used a while back because in another office I was helping out about a year ago, there were some agents up there that were kind of struggling a little bit with some of their buy sides of converting them even into like actual getting into transactions, right? They may have converted them into agency relationships or whatever, but they weren't getting past the hump, and the fear or the objection, I guess, that was coming out of the buyers was that they didn't feel they could be competitive in the market because they feel like they were getting pushed out by all the cash buyers. It may be a truth, it may not be a truth, I don't know. So here's what I do. I find evidence. I want to find real information that we can then share and present in a simple way that helps overcome the objections that we're hearing. And in this case, the one report I found, in the areas where they were kind of focused, which a lot of up around Lake Norman, we looked at all of the deals that have been closed over the last, I think we did a 6-month look at it. And however many units there were, what we found is that only 18% of the units were cash. So less than 1 out of 5 were cash. Everybody else is financing. This one report breaks down every unit sold in the MLS and how it was paid for. It's good information to have. Then we went back a little bit further. Was just something that was maybe showing up, or has there always been this problem with cash buyers? We kept looking backwards. And what we found over the span of about 3 years, 18% was holding steady. So were the buyers really competing with all these? They may, in their instance, been competing with cash, but didn't mean the entire market was being absorbed, or the inventory was being absorbed by like institutional investors, because that's not a truth. And there was the evidence of it. This is what I like to do. I like to give you guys weapons to go out there and say, you're wrong, but just don't say it that way. Yes.
One observation that I made, hi, I'm Carlin.
Hi, how are you?
Good. One observation that I made in these numbers is that I think it's really interesting to look at that this office takes 5.2% of all the new listings over the last 6 months, but puts 5.4% of the buyers under contract. You can see the shift right there.
Yeah. Well, so we don't have enough inventory. That's what that tells me. Because now we got to go sell the other inventory, somebody else's listings. Just an opportunity. In other words, here's another way to look at it. Do we have enough buyers in the market buying properties? Yes. Our job is to go find properties for them to buy. That's why we control everything on the list side. Yes.
So to validate assumptions in that particular thing with cash buyers, is there a way to validate that across zip codes and areas?
Yeah, so that report I'm talking about, you can break it down by, in this case, we did counties. We did like Iredell. I think I included Mecklenburg and a couple of the other counties up there where a lot of those folks focus on. We can break it by county, city, zip code, and I believe neighborhood.
Okay, so then if somebody's making an assumption that cash buyers are somehow skewing the market a little bit, was that valid? Was that examined? Was this happening in just certain areas?
In those counties that I polled at the time.
Okay. Were there some areas that were heavier than others with that? Or
No.
was it equal
No, I
distribution?
looked at, so I did for that purpose initially, I just looked at those like 3 counties up there, but I kept going backwards in time and we saw that 18%. Then out of curiosity for my own, information, I did start looking at like counties down here too. And then I started looking at Charlotte kind of metro area, which is about what we could say probably 8 counties. That 18 to 19% number was holding steady on every residential property over the course of about 2 years.
Could that?
I've seen it actually, ironically, in the last 6 months, throughout probably about 3-4 months, I've seen it tick up. It's about 22% now, which, okay, what maybe is the story driving that? Are people finally tapping into all the equity that's sitting in their house? Or it could be money that's coming out of the market. There could be a lot of reasons why this kind of information doesn't really do a deeper dive analysis to tell us. It just simply says, here are the amount of homes that we closed. Here's the amount of homes that were closed with cash, with FHA, with VA, with conventional, whatever it is. It breaks it all down for us.
Was there a way to see that by zip code?
Yep.
Were there zip codes that were weighted heavier?
I didn't do that research.
Okay.
By zip code. But I'm happy to share the report and you guys can go in and do it because it literally takes 2 seconds. Topic of another Monday morning call. What other questions? All right, so here's something I did, kind of related but unrelated. I wanted to look at listing side of the business. I wanted to look month to date. May this year, how many listings have we taken? Today's what, May 13th? So almost in 2 weeks' time, how many listings have we taken in the market? In this market, I defined it by counties, Mecklenburg and surrounding. Again, it's about eight counties total. How many listings do you think we've taken? 13 days in the month of May in the Charlotte metro area. When I say we, the market, not just Ballantyne. Sorry. Everybody. It's about 1,700. 1,700 listings have been taken in those 8 county areas in the first 13 days of May. I pulled the report this morning, so probably in the first 12 days. Here's the cool thing about this. We can call it, if we want to call it a cool thing, it's over $1 billion with a B dollars in value or in volume. Think about that. You guys remember a time where, how long did it take us to get to $1 billion in anything? God, our average price here used to be like 230. Cappers had to close 400 units to cap, you know. in a buyer's market that took 48 months to get a listing sold. Thank God we're not back in that yet. But think about it, guys. $1 billion has been listed in our market. How healthy is our market? It's pretty strong. I think the average price is sitting at like 580, I think it was. I think my listing, back when I was actively by myself selling before I got a team, I think my average list price was like 180. True story. God, man, that was a lot of dang work. We got a lot of great experience out of that too. So the other thing I want to share about this information isn't just those 2 stats, but here's something that I found kind of interesting is that in the MLS, they have a brokerage, a licensed firm. If you want to join the MLS, you're joining as a brokerage, right? Out of those listings taken so far this month in our MLS, there's about 450 of them where the brokerages have taken 1 listing. That's a pretty significant percentage of the listings taken. I can guarantee you, I'm not going to sit here and just go through a bunch of names of brokerages, but most of them you've never heard of. They're probably not doing a ton in the way of marketing. You probably, you know, you're not seeing billboards, you're not seeing, you know, TV ads, radio ads, or anything like that, but they took 1 listing. Why is that? It could be they're selling their own house for economic benefit and value. It could be that maybe what they are listing was a relationship they had already with somebody. So I want you to kind of see, just in that small brokerage kind of model, that 1-person, 2-person, 3-person brokerage, relationships matter, right? Relationships drive so much of what we get to do. So the power of utilizing a CRM, staying in constant communication, providing value as a value-based agent, providing skill and helping people understand things with clarity. This is your job. You are the real estate expert and professional. Anybody else? Any thoughts, comments, questions before I wrap up? KK's got one.
So,
How are you?
great, thank you. I just got back from the beach and my niece's graduation.
I saw you tan.
Thank you. So I met a girl last year at a charity event, the Richard Shelter Race, which I'm real involved with. And she was with a really small brokerage firm. And she said, well, we just do a little bit commercial, and my friend of my parents, there's like 4 agents. Well, this year she was the sponsor. She was the second realtor sponsor. I said, well, how's everything going at your Southland Realty? And she goes, well, we joined Allen Tate. And I'm like, well, why didn't I talk to her about her firm coming to Keller Williams last year? So I'm like, boy, I just missed the boat. So those brokerage firms that have the 1 listing, that should be on our pinpoint for career night or growth committee.
Yeah, because this, again, this report that we have here, it breaks down how many how many agents are licensed agents are part of that brokerage. Yep. I talked to Robin about that too already. So, hello.
Hi, how are you, Chip?
Great.
I just wanted to say, I mean, coming from a different firm, right? If we look at the chart, most of those companies have their own logo.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot use anything else. If Keller Williams was the same way, we would see Keller Williams everywhere based on what we're seeing on the listings taken and everything. So I think Keller Williams is very generous to let us brand ourselves. And usually we'll see Keller Williams Valentine very tiny on our signs, right?
Yeah.
But if it was the other way around, I mean, we would be all over the place.
Well, and thank you for sharing that. Because again, when I joined almost 24 years ago, I heard the whole thing about, well, you're listing your leads, you're listing your brand. I didn't know what the heck any of that meant. You know, I had started as a new broker. I don't know, somewhere else, no names mentioned. My experience the first 90 days there kind of wasn't great. I heard about this company coming out of Texas that was starting in the Carolinas called Keller Williams. Never heard of them. Went to a training class with the guy who I named as my sponsor, and here I am 24 years later. By the way, with some leadership stuff in there too, not just agent all the time. So, all right. Anybody else? Appreciate you guys being here. Thank you.
Thank you, Chip.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Can we give Chip a hand one more time? Chip, thank you for coming in, sharing your wisdom, pouring into us, your expertise. Appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Thrilled to have you.
If you missed that online, Chip has a lot more plans. So we're very excited about that and more will come out on that.
Thank you. Yeah, the beach. All right, guys, our vendors, if you are a vendor in the room, would you please stand for us to recognize you? Guys, our vendor partners are such a vital part of who we are. We just always want to celebrate them and give them the recognition they deserve. Are they out in the hub?
Opportunity for me to encourage you guys, please, please, please. These vendors are wonderful resources. And for those of you who don't already have a network of fantastic vendors, this is your opportunity to make some fantastic relationships. They are out there with lots of marketing material, lots of swag, lots of opportunities. So please stop by, say hello, and get to know our vendors.
Absolutely. Our strategic partners, Carolina Gold, Billy and Teresa, Dan. Awesome. What's the line? Okay.
Okay, well, I'll hold it. You want me to hold it? Okay.
Well, thank y'all for coming out just to hear what we have to say. Really appreciate it. Y'all know I'm Billy, your mortgage professional with Carolina Gold Mortgage, and Teresa, the mortgage Mimi. So want to talk to you about, hey, we've had a big win. We want to share it with everybody. We got someone who will share it themselves. Jess?
Yeah, first time working with Teresa. I encourage everyone to give Carolina Gold seriously an opportunity. I was shocked. I was like, what? Okay. Because the whole thing was like, what, 28 days, 26 days? And got clear to close in 10 days before closing. Or, yeah, in 10 days. Just, it was insane. I was like, what? Okay. So then we just cruised on to the closing table. Yeah. Communication was great. I actually prefer like less communication because call me when you have a problem kind of a thing, you know? It was the perfect amount of communication, like absolutely perfect. You know, some lenders are like, can you shut up? And some lenders are like, where are you? I need more information. Perfect amount, all the things, just highly, highly recommend you guys. Please, please use them. Okay. Keep them in your rotation.
Oh, thank you. We'll have that $20 to you later today. No, and that's what you get from working with a loan officer who's experienced, who's on your team. You know, hey, speak for yourself. No, our job is to help you sell homes. You heard me say it. I'm gonna say it again. That's what we do. I mean, we're here to help you sell homes. Make sure your customers have a wow experience, so that at the end they tell their friends, families, coworkers, you hook them up. We've got a lunch and learn coming up on Wednesday, the 4th. I think this will be a really, really good one. We've got a guest speaker coming in to go over DSCR loans, but we're going to be focusing on investor loans specifically. So this will be a really good one to come by. Appreciate everybody's support right over there in the hub. Thank you again.
things situated here. Jennifer, Carolina Homes and Autos. She out in the hub. Make sure you go connect with Jennifer. Always thrilled to have her as a partner with us as well. Heritage Title. Mary Lauren, come on up.
Oh, that's fine. Hey, y'all, I'm Mary Lauren with Heritage Title. Sorry, Jennifer, I skipped you. If you don't know, if you're not familiar with Heritage, we're your strategic business partner for title insurance. So that's a lot of words, but what does it mean? It means that we are your title insurance partner. We are backed by a strong underwriter, which is Investors Title Insurance Company. And Investors Title, the reason that that's so important, if your clients have a claim or if there's an issue down the road or if there's an issue before closing where you need a title attorney, not your closing attorney, but an actual title attorney, we have them. They will answer our calls. You call us, we call them, and it's fast and it's efficient. And they're also a financially sound underwriter. And that means that if there is a claim or issues of such, then they have a strong financial backing in case you need some money involved. So with that being said, that's one of the reasons that Brenda chose to partner with Heritage is because we have such a strong underwriter. With that strong underwriter, we also have an Investors Title Exchange Corporation. So we have a 1031 exchange department that we also work with directly. So if there are 1031 exchanges, if you're familiar with or if you're not familiar with, we are having a class this Thursday. It's virtual. It's from 10 to 11. This QR code does work. If you tried to scan it online and it didn't work, that was my fault. This one does work. So please join us from your house, your car, or your office. And we would love to have you there if you have questions. We are bringing in the best of the best title insurance exchange department people. That's a lot to say, but we're bringing in the best of the best to teach you guys about 1031 exchanges from the bottom to the top, where to start. If you're in the thick of one, you have questions, you can ask those there. Or if you don't even know what to do, but you're interested, you can also ask those questions. So please join us for that. We'd love to have you there. And then also, we've talked about this before, but as of May 1st, this selection form has been updated in DocuSign, .loop, whichever, they're both DocuSign. Everyone's so different in DocuSign. So the difference with this form versus the last one is you've heard us talk about the simultaneous, the homeowner's policy versus the standard owner's policy. If you don't know what I'm talking about, really quick, when your buyers purchase a house, they would be absolutely insane if they did not get title insurance and owner's policy. That is so risky. It is so cheap in North Carolina. And if you do not get title insurance, that is crazy. Because if you have a problem down the road, you're going to be spending 10 times more money to handle that problem. So with the owner's policy, we have a standard and we have the enhanced. The standard has 13 coverages. The enhanced has 40 coverages. I have materials set outside and I have them if you need them. But we have updated the selection form to list the enhanced policy, the standard. So that way, if you forget to talk to your clients about title insurance, it's on your selection form. So it's a reminder right there for you to talk to them about it and offer them the standard versus the enhanced. I know several attorneys are defaulting to the enhanced policy, like McNaught has been discussing doing that, where they're going to give the enhanced because it's better coverage. So they're going to do that unless your clients say we don't want the better coverage, and that would be a really weird statement. So, all right, next one. And finally, oh, I got the glare. If you need anything, you can take a picture of this if you need it. This is my contact information. Reach out anytime. We're here to help. We want to help. Please use us as a resource. Myself and Carla Campbell, you don't see her very often anymore since I'm here. And I live in Charlotte. She lives in Raleigh. But if you need anything, we're here for you guys. We want to help, and we hope you'll utilize that. So thank you.
Mary Lauren's great at responding, guys. I promise. She's like, you're super good at responding, and she's like the nicest person in the world. She'll put like a ton of emojis, so you'll feel really good.
Our dynamic duo.
Yep. Thank you. Hey everyone, as you know, my name is Leah. And I'm Jules. And we are your strategic partner for all your tech and marketing needs in-house. So today I want to highlight a free resource for you that you should be using in your business, and that's Scott Leroy Marketing. Okay, did you know you have a virtual tech assistant for free? Did you? All right, go Liz. Go Liz. Right. They'll do anything you need for free. Okay, so the idea is if you email them, okay, support at Scott Leroy Marketing right here, I would really recommend taking a picture of the slide. I have a QR code on the next one for you to grab their site. But essentially, you can email them, ask any questions that you have on the KW technology, and they'll either do it for you for free or send you a quick 10-minute video on how you can implement it in your business. Okay, so if you have on-call, if you need quick tech questions answered, right, they're your on-call tech answerer. All right. So you're going to want to email them at support@scottleroymarketing.com, and they do respond within the same day. And typically they can import all of your contacts in. And actually, if you can go to the next slide for me, just to overview many of the things that they do. And this QR code will take you right to this page here. But Jules, do you have something you'd recommend for them to use?
Yeah, even if you scan this and just scroll through all the things they do for you for free so that you're not going out there and doing anything that you don't need to waste your time on because they do it for you. Go through and look through all those items they do for you for free. As a new agent of like changing your updating your contact information like headshot, phone number, that might be very prevalent to you right now. They can change that all throughout the KW tech. So you don't need to know all the spots to change that. They do that for you. Something else I really love that they just added that's new is they can do a monthly blog on your website. So you do have to submit this once a month, go to that form, and it's just going to ask for your command login so that they can put that on your website. But that's huge for your website's content and the SEO or search engine optimization, because the more content you can get on your website, the higher it can go on Google. So that's a great feature as well. Also, just one other thing they do is they import contacts for you for free. So even if you're existing agent, they do 5 spreadsheets per agent per month. So wherever your contacts are sitting, if you get them onto a spreadsheet and email that over to support@scottleroymarketing.com, they can get those into Command for you. And don't worry about duplicates because Command can recognize duplicates based off email and phone number. So try to go export your contacts wherever they may be sitting and send them right over to Scott.
And just another couple of features to highlight, right? If you haven't updated your bio in a while, right? That's how you draw connections online on your website. Look at that. They do it for you, okay? If you're a seasoned agent and you don't have a Canva account, they'll set that up for you. They'll create your digital business card, right? Go through, scroll through, okay, featured listings set up. Wouldn't it be nice if you had all your listings featured on your website? Yeah, they'll do it for you, right? Take advantage of your free resources at KW, right? You have all the resources for your tech. You just need to plug them in. And this is the main place that you'll want to start for on-call tech questions. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Sasha Viney. Thank you. Thank you. I don't have a lot to talk about today, but what I'm going to talk about is very important. And Liz has a slide. Has everybody got this done? Who does not have their CE
But are you
complete?
sure you're sure?
You got your CE done? And we'll get to it.
Chip, we have an opportunity if you got to get it done.
That's it. That's all I got. Get your CE done, North or South Carolina. If this is your renewal year in South Carolina, get it done. Yes. That the 10 hours might be going away. If it does, it won't be this year. So you still need to get it done this year. So this still applies, There are discussions about that. So if it happens, it will probably be after this re-enrollment. So it might help me, but not those that are having to renew this year. So just a reminder, get that done.
We also do have CE being brought into this office, guys. It's being taught by Bill Gallagher. And personally, obviously, I'm not licensed, so I cannot express my firsthand experience with Bill, but I've heard such great reviews. This guy is truly entertaining from start to finish. So if you guys are looking for a way to actually knock out your CE and enjoy doing it, Bill Gallagher is the way to go. He is coming into KW Valentine. Thank you. Hilarious. He's coming into KW Valentine specifically for you guys to take advantage. So if you need those North Carolina CE credits, he is coming in. He is doing doing Gen Up, and he's also doing Code of Ethics requirements. So you will be able to knock out all of it at once. Please, please, please join us. It's right before the deadline, and with Superior, you guys will get your certificate saying that you completed everything well in advance of the deadline. So please join us.
Thank you. Yes, please. ALC, Amber, you want to kick us off? Then we have something special at the end for all of you.
Hey, Amber Byers with the Growth Committee, same girl, different hair. We had career night a couple of weeks ago, and I wanted to give a shout out to the agents that sent people to career night. We had a very successful event. Just a shout out to the Growth Committee. AA Ron led it, and that was super appreciated, but Growth Committee is just awesome, and they are really contributing to bringing people into this office. And so if these agents are present, come up and grab your gift. Margie, I don't think I saw her today. Julie, Forrest. Oh, look at that. Yay. All right. If you're in the room and your name is up here, come grab a gift. Surely somebody. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. All right. So the reason they're receiving this is because they brought someone to career night. I think Pam brought 3 people. So big snaps to her. Just one gift though. Sorry. But there you go. They brought someone to career night. That's introducing somebody to the career of real estate and also to Keller Williams Valentine. We'll have another career night June 18th. So if you didn't get to win this time, you'll have another chance to win in June. So thank you. That's it for Growth Committee.
Hey, Darren. I think the Zoom's going to cut off at 12. Do you mind if I hop on real quick? This is Lindsay.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Hey guys, so we are doing a social event, and Liz made me an awesome flyer. It's going to be on May 20th. That's a Tuesday from 4 to 6 p.m. And wonderful Jennifer Farnsworth with Carolina Home and Auto is going to sponsor our appetizers. So come have cocktails and enjoy just kind of some fun times with each other and maybe some masterminding as well. And we need help with, we want to do something really special and awesome for Juneteenth. We're going to do it the day before that Wednesday, since our office is closed to an observance of the holiday. If you're interested in signing up for that, please reach out to me and I'll connect you with Melanie. We're going to be planning something pretty special, but we really need help. Thank you.
For that social, guys, there will be an email blast in just a little while. So please look out for that. If you're looking to sign up, it will be posted in your emails shortly. Melanie, did you have a question? Oh.
Hoping to do something during lunch so it's not after hours when everyone's always leaving the office and not here and have sales to do. So we're thinking something like 12 to 2 that Wednesday that we potentially might have a vendor sponsor lunch, and then we're looking for like if you know a musician, jazz, or something that we can have playing during that time that's culturally relevant and just celebrating that day. So let us know if you know anybody. I've reached out to a few people I know and I haven't secured anybody quite yet, but it'd be really nice to have something extra special that day.
Thank you, Melanie.
Irene.
Close out.
Close it out. Woo. Okay, so who here was a part of Red Day?
Me.
Yay. Was it not a fantastic event for everybody that went? Just to give you a little, for those that did not go, we had 90+ volunteers helping all throughout Union County and Mecklenburg counties. And then we gathered at the Salvation Army at the end as a group. Big thank you goes out, first of all, to my social committee KW Cares Committee. Without them, I would not have been able to pull this off. We are amazing together. Lisa Pellin, Carol, Fancher, Cindy, Margot, Glenda, and Nikki were working nonstop for the last 2 months to pull this off. The biggest thank you and everybody needs to thank them, Jay and Mark White for donating all the food. Absolutely amazing. They fed around 300 homeless people up at the Salvation Army, and then all of us that gathered. So whoever didn't go missed out on a great event. We're going to plan another great event for next year. So look forward to it. And this is a way that we give back to our community. So for everybody that missed out, try to volunteer next year. It was a great, great event. Thank you.
And for those.
Thank you for your hearts. We have one last announcement, but just thank you for everyone that
Yeah, get to
participated
finish
in
up.
Red Day. That is who we are as a company. It's who we are. That's the fabric and the core of who we are, is giving back to the community. So everyone that participated, thank you so much. If you weren't there, come join us next year. I promise you, it fills you up. Adam, you have one last.
Yeah, we have the financial planning committee. We have our financial planning committee this Thursday from 12 to 1 right out here in the main lobby area in the hub. Please make sure if you wanted to be a part of the financial planning committee, we're going to talk about the wealth building group, which the wealth building group had their meeting last week, which is really amazing to kick that off. We had 7 people that are over there. We're still looking for 1 or 2 more leaders for the wealth building group. But if you're interested in that or want to hear the recap of that, we'll have it at the financial planning committee and it could help you be interested. So 12 to 1 Thursday in the hub. Thanks.
Thanks, Adam. Thank you all so much for being here. Go out and have a great day.